Hey guys, hope a lot of people, probably not a lot of people, see my video the last time. I want to get back on here. I got a few things I want to talk about openly. Kind of let you guys know who I am as a person. Um, I'm a huge supporter of the police, huge supporter of the military. Love my country. What can I say? What's going on right now is absolutely driving me insane. All these protests, all these police shows getting pulled from TV. You got one show, let's say, well, let's take Cops. Cops has been on the air for 32 seasons. That's over 30 years. 30 years! And they cancel it because of one thing that happened to a cop, or that a cop did to a person. Again, in my last video, I said I don't agree with that, and I don't. I don't condone that whatsoever. What the cop did was completely wrong, completely screwed up. But the people that did it have been they've been arrested. They are being sentenced. Um, so justice is being served. It's just really hard for me to understand with this whole Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Well, don't all lives matter? Not include, I mean, including black lives, including white lives, including brown, black, blue, green. All lives matter, no matter what. But there's a caveat to that, of course. There's always a caveat. Um, I don't think the lives of child molesters matter. No. I don't think the lives of rapists matter. No. Absolutely not. I don't think the lives of people that murder innocent other people matter. No. Those lives don't matter. Nope. Those are some of the most disgusting people on this planet. Drug dealers' lives, they don't matter. No, not at all. Hate them. And that's why our police are around to put a stop to those type of things. If we abolish or defund all the police, what do you think's going to happen? You'll be able to go, people will be able to go and get those drugs anywhere they want. No consequences, no nothing. And they'll just, I mean, it's bad. I mean, you got to think. It'll just be complete law and order. I mean, complete disorder. Just people running amok, just thinking they can do whatever the hell they want to do, and it's not the case. And Black Lives Matter is a terrorist group. They incite terror. They incite fear. They, I mean, it's really insane if you watch them. Antifa, let's take Antifa. They're another one. They're a domestic terrorist. I just don't understand it. I mean, and and let's go on to the oppression thing. There's no such thing as oppression within the black community. None. There's no such thing as oppression in the United States. No one is oppressed. Not one single person in this country is oppressed. If you're oppressed, if you're living in oppression, it's because you put yourself there. Plain and simple. If you're living in oppression, it's your fault. We have the opportunity to do great things. We have the opportunity to be great people. We can go to college and become whatever we want to become. We can go out there and get whatever job that we want to get. You know what? Hey, if you're a fry cook at McDonald's, I don't give a shit. At least you're making some money. At least you're contributing to something. You know, I don't care. But the thing is go out there, be productive, get that clean money, as they say. You know, it's just crazy to me. If you're oppressed, you're oppressing yourself. The government's not doing it to you. You want them to, here, here, here. It's not the way it works. You get off your ass and you go fucking make that money. The government shouldn't have to keep you up. You are a human being. You support yourself. You do what you have to do to make things go. Whether that's to get a job. I mean, shit. If you're 12 years old and you won't, I don't know. I'm not into gaming. But if you're 12 years old and you want the newest game system or whatever, you know how you get it? You take your ass out and you cut like 50 lawns, man. That's how you do it. That's how I did it back in the day. If I wanted something, I had to go cut grass for it, or I had to go clean up yards, or cut some brush, or yeah, I had to do some crazy shit like that, and it was great because I was earning that money for myself. Nobody was handing it to me, and then when I went to buy something that I wanted, I'm like, this is mine. This is mine. Nobody can take it from me. This belongs to me. And that is an amazing feeling. Amazing. Take this house that we live in. It's ours. It's ours. Nobody can take it from us. Nobody. It's ours. Mine and my wife's. It's our home. No one can take it from us. No one. No one. We don't have a landlord going, hey, what are you doing? Hey. No. We own this property. We own this house. We do what we want. How did we get there? We worked hard for it. We busted our asses for it. And it's amazing. I mean, is it the greatest house in the world? Nah. It needs a few things. It needs some odds and ends here and there, but I mean, shit, it was built in 1959. What do you expect? You know? But it's still a wonderful house. Still really great on the inside. One day I'll give you guys the grand tour. I know you've always wanted to see the inside of the house. I'll give you guys a grand tour one day. And it's still got some of that 1950s flair in there, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The cabinets that we have are original to the home, and they were site built. Amazing site built cabinets. And you know, I've seen a lot of people get on YouTube and talk about, especially my black friends. I've seen many of them get on there and talk about they worry about walking out their door every day, or they worry about doing this every day. Why? The police aren't going to bother you unless you're doing something fucked up. Plain and simple. Hell, I got pulled over the other day. Well, I didn't get pulled over. I went through a DUI checkpoint. Had a black guy behind me. He didn't look nervous. He didn't seem nervous at all. Shit, all you gotta do. License, registration, proof of insurance. Sure, here you go. You got a weapon on you? No, sir, I don't. Or if you do, tell them. Don't be all this sovereign citizen, blah, blah, you, blah. Just, no, quit that. You can't ask me for the blah, blah. No, quit. That ain't gonna get you anywhere. Just stop. Stop all that sovereign citizen garbage, man. Cop ask you for your ID. Why? Here you go. What do you got to hide? Nothing. I ain't got shit to hide. Here you go. ID, blah, whatever. They gonna be back with you. If you got some shit, you got some shit. Man up. Face your issues. But if you ain't got nothing to worry about, don't worry about it. Just give them your shit. They gonna come back within 10 minutes and be like, here, have a good day. Or here's your ticket. Sign on the line. This isn't an admission of guilt. I mean, it's not that difficult, people. It's really not. Do we hate getting pulled over? Yeah, we hate getting pulled over. Yeah, we hate it. We don't like it. Does it interrupt what we've got planned or what we got to do? Yeah, it does. But on the flip side of that, your ass shouldn't have been doing shit to get pulled over in the first place. Speeding, not wearing your seatbelt. If you got a broken tail, hey, look, here's what I do. And I guess this is what the military taught me. I do a little something called PMCS. Preventative maintenance checks and services. It looks pretty crazy, but I pop the hood, I check all my fluids, I walk around my car, I turn on my blinkers, I turn on my headlights, I make sure my brake lights are working, all this stuff. This is something you need to do. It'll help you in the long run. You don't want to be pulled over, check this shit, man. I'm telling you. It will make your life easier. It's a one extra step or a couple extra steps that you got to do in order to get shit done. And I'm going to tell you firsthand, it's worked. I'm like, oh crap, I got a brake light out. Man, let me run and go grab that real quick. Because I got a parts store right down the road and I can do it myself within 5 minutes. It's simple. It's so simple. I just don't understand why you got to be all irate with the cop, especially if the cop's being cordial to you. Like, hey, you know, or if you're like me, sometimes I forget my wallet at home. I got talked about going through a DUI checkpoint. I didn't have my wallet, didn't have my license, and I'm like, shit. And I told him, I'm like, look, I have a license. My license is valid. I just left it at home. So all I had to do was either give him my social, give him my date of birth, or give him my license number. And I was perfectly fine. He just told me, you know, next time, make sure you got it on you. Awesome, thank you, I appreciate that. But if your ass ain't got no license, don't drive. Cause and then you don't get mad when the cop pulls you over because you're doing something stupid or you driving a certain way and that cop pulls you over and then he comes up to your window and he's like, hey, license registration, and then you go, I ain't got to show you nothing, blah. What do you think that's going to do? He's going to start digging into shit. And when he starts digging, you're done, man. Just be honest. I was honest. Look, I forgot my wallet at home. I have a license, but I forgot my wallet. So all I did is I gave him my license number. He took down my license number, went back, ran it, seen everything was good and kosher and awesome. And glad I don't live in Texas, but that's another story for another day. My driving record in Texas is not very good. Used to do a lot of street racing, but that's a whole other video for a whole other day. I was a bit of an adrenaline junkie. Still am. But hey, who cares? That's neither here nor there. That's not what this is all about. The point I'm trying to make is Black Lives Matter is the problem. Antifa is the problem. The police are not the problem. Okay, let's think about this for a minute. Let's say you're being carjacked. Are you going to call a crackhead down the street to come and help you? No. You're going to call the police. Hey, I need the police, blah, 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 being carjacked. Or I was just carjacked. Or you want a security service that's unarmed, don't know what the fuck they're doing, to show up and be like, I'm Officer Dudley, right? I'm security of the United States and don't know what to do. No, I want a highly trained individual who can show up, start figuring out what's going on, decipher. Sorry. Heard something. Anyway, decipher. Alright, let me. Alright, sorry about that. I was talking to a neighbor who's a cop. Who's a police officer. Well, he's a sheriff's deputy. Asking him what he thought about this whole situation, and he thinks it's pretty screwed up too. I mean, he's a great guy. He works for the sheriff, one of the local sheriff's departments around here, and pretty cool dude. He trains dogs. Pretty awesome person. So I was asking him what he thought, and I've asked a lot of police, a lot of sheriff's deputies what they think about these situations, and they agree that it's pretty screwed up. That we have to. have to fear police. No, we don't have to fear the police. The police, cops are like me. They're like you. They're like everybody. They're your next door neighbor. They're the person that you're walking past in the grocery store. They're not bad people. Now, are there bad? Yes. Yes, there are bad cops. Yes. 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 There are. Are all of them bad? No. They are not. But there are bad ones out there. Those are the ones that we need to get out of the offices. We need to get them out of the uniforms. We need to get them out of the police force completely. Those are the people that need to be gone. The good ones, leave them alone. Let them do their job. They love their job. They like protecting their communities and protecting the people within those communities. They're trying to get those drugs off the streets. They're trying to make the streets a safer place for your children, my children, their children. I mean, so why do we need to defund that? It makes no sense. And then we take off TV shows like Live PD, Cops, Paw Patrol, for God's sake. Seriously? You're going to cancel a kids show? What the hell? Nickelodeon? Or whoever carries it? I think it's Nickelodeon that carries Paw Patrol. Not 100% sure, but I think it is. My kids like it. Yeah, I think it's Nickelodeon that carries Paw Patrol. I mean, seriously? Paw Patrol? Getting a little bit out of hand. And who are you as a network to tell us what we can and cannot watch? What we can and we're paying you to put these shows on TV so we can watch them. We're not paying you to tell us what we can and can't watch. It's not what we pay you for. Alright guys, sorry about that. I had to pause again. I wanted to talk to the gentleman one more time and ask him a couple of questions. And he thinks it's ridiculous. You know, I was asking him what he thought about all these shows being canceled, and he says he thinks it's going to blow over, and I hope it does, because these shows shouldn't be taken off the air. People shouldn't be... It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Am I mad about it? No, not really. Gives me a little bit less to watch on Fridays and Saturdays. It's all cool, though. And now we have NASCAR supporting. I meant my brain. Woo. Anyway, now we have NASCAR supporting Black Lives Matter. What? You're supporting a terrorist group? A group that incites fear and violence? Why would you support that? Anyway, we're not going to go there. Anyway, people, I just wanted to get on here, share my opinion about that, I guess you could say, and try to figure out this whole mess. Because it's absolutely insane. And what in the hell is that noise? Oh. That's my neighbor cutting grass. And with that, I bid you all farewell. Have a great day and stay safe.